Hello guys, my name is Trevor Barnes and welcome to Tech Inside. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my review of the iPhone 6 Plus. Let's get started. So the first thing I want you guys to know about this review is that I did take my time on it, and I didn't rush it like many other tech YouTubers out there. I'm not saying what they did was wrong, but at the same time I don't like to judge my opinions based on like the first version of software, and there could be a bug here and a bug there. I really want to make sure I give the iPhone a fair chance, and that's why I waited. So without any delay, let me get right into this. The first thing you really do realize about this phone is it's big. Now, of course, I was coming from the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, so to me it wasn't a huge jump because it's the same exact size phone, but especially when I see other people wanting to use my phones and, oh my god, that thing's so big, and comparing it to other iPhones, yeah, it's big. For example, here's the iPhone 4, and here's an iPhone 6 Plus, and you can see iPhone to iPhone, many people have this size iPhone still. There's a huge difference here. But what goes along with that big screen is a beautifully clear, amazing Retina display. I'm speechless when it comes to display because it's the clearest phone display I've ever seen, ever. Seriously, ever. It's fantastic. But with that fantastic screen, my specific phone has one flaw, which I still have to get fixed. It has one dead pixel on it, which I'm really disappointed about. You know, you're all excited when you get your new iPhone, and when you see it's got a dead pixel, it kind of does ruin just a little bit of it for you, so that's definitely a negative in my book. But you know what? That stuff happens, and I know Apple will fix it. Now, once you get past how big the phone is and then the beautiful screen, the next thing you really do realize about this phone is you need a case for it. Now, there's a few different reasons you need a case. Number one is the whole bending issue. Now, I can say, after having my phone for over a month, I can definitely say there is no bending on my phone at all. But if you are concerned about it, that's definitely one reason there why you'd want a case. But the biggest reason, in my opinion, you'd want a case is because the camera is exposed from the body of the phone. If you drop this phone just right and it hits that camera, I guarantee you that camera is cracked, and then you're probably sad. So what I did is I picked up the official leather product red case from Apple. I've been really enjoying this. I probably will change cases soon and go with some type of wallet case, but I got this right when I got the phone, and I've really been enjoying this case. And once you put that case on this phone, I really actually enjoyed the phone a little bit better. And the third reason you want the case is also because I noticed the back is a bit slippery. I noticed as soon as I took the phone out, I almost dropped it, and I can definitely understand why that one guy that was on TV, like the first guy to get the iPhone, dropped it, because this phone is just slippery, and that's the truth. But again, you put the leather case on, and that kind of all gets fixed, so I definitely recommend a case on this phone. So let's now just talk about usability and its features of the phone that I really enjoyed. So right out of the box, I had really no problems with my iPhone. It was very smooth, it was very fast, I wasn't having any problems at all, and I can really say that for the first week of the phone, I really had no problems. There was even no real hiccups, and things I did notice right away is the battery was fantastic. All apps that weren't even optimized for it still ran perfectly fine, things were fast, and it was just an awesome iPhone. I noticed after the first week things going downhill with a lot of app crashes and data problems occasionally, where I would have data, it would say I have data, but it wouldn't connect, and I'd have to reboot my phone, and then it would work, and a whole bunch of crap like that. And it started getting worse and worse and worse, where I have to say it was a little unpleasant for a little while. It was honestly a huge reason why I waited to do this review, because I just didn't think it was fair to do it when I knew it was just buggy software. Once iOS 8.1 came out, all those problems for the most part got resolved, and now it's running very smooth again. As far as iOS 8 is concerned and the features with that, as I've said a million times when it comes to iPhones and iPads for that matter, is it's iOS and you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. Going back to this old iPhone 4, but if you've used an iPhone 4, you're going to know how this works, and you're going to know how to use this, and it's really not going to be a huge surprise to you. Some of the coolest features specifically to the iPhone 6 Plus is landscape mode, which I actually do enjoy and I use occasionally when I'm using the phone like this. But besides that, I don't even want to go too much into iOS 8, because again, if you know iOS 4, well, you pretty much know iOS 8. And I'm not saying it's a letdown by any means, it works and it works fine. And I like the new customization features and all that stuff, but again, it's iOS, and if you know one, you know them all, kind of. The next thing I guess I'll talk about is the cameras. The back camera takes beautiful photos and also beautiful video, and actually has optical image stabilization, which really shows when you're running around taking video and stuff like that. The front-facing camera could be a little bit better, but it does its job if you're just doing Skyping, FaceTiming, taking selfies and stuff like that as well. They're nothing to go crazy about, and I have seen better cameras and phones before, but at the same time, you know what? It's gonna get the job done. I don't really know anything you won't be able to take a photo of, and it's gonna look just as good as you would want it to look coming from an iPhone. Now, the last big point I want to make here, and just get in everyone's skulls, like deep down, is how fantastically awesome battery life is. Because I've never ever had a phone, seen a phone, heard about a phone, or even knew a phone that could ever last as long as this thing does. Like, I feel like this thing runs off like like the Air or something, because it just seems to last forever. I have gone 2-3 days without charging this phone and still be at like 50% battery. I will wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, unplug my phone, go to school where I have no signal, so the phone's constantly having to be on Wi-Fi and airplane mode and all a bunch of other stuff. Leave school, go to work, drive all over the place, go to a football game, use the phone decently good throughout the whole entire day, go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, and the battery's at like 80% or 75% or something like that. It is just insane. The other awesome thing about this battery is if you forget to charge it overnight, which has happened to me a few times, it doesn't really go down overnight. It seems to like live forever. Like I'll go to bed at like 85%, in the morning it'll be 84%. It really, if it's on standby, it just seems to last forever. It may be the most single-handedly best feature about this phone is the battery, and I know over time as the battery wears, you know, that will be lost a little bit and we'll be back to kind of other iPhones. Hint, hint. iPhone 4 over here, which doesn't last more than like an hour. But at the same time, I don't care. Right now I'm in love with the battery on this phone, and I would not trade this phone for almost anything out right now just because of how fantastic that battery is. The last thing I really just want to get into about this phone without going too much into iOS is Wi-Fi calling. Now this feature is only available on T-Mobile in the United States, and I luckily do have T-Mobile. Every phone I've ever tried that has Wi-Fi calling has just been horrible and doesn't really work and works half the time, and someone calls you, you're lucky if you get the call, but maybe you don't. But Apple did it right, and I guess it doesn't totally surprise me that they finally kind of made this feature work when other people couldn't. But Wi-Fi calling in here works 100% of the time. I've never had a problem where I can't make a call, I can't receive a call. I've had little weird noise issues before when I'm really far away from my wireless router, but it overall works really well, and it has been a huge benefit to me. For example, in my school, no one has signal on any provider. But guess who can make calls and make text messages and stuff like that? Me, because I'm connected to the Wi-Fi and I can do all that stuff with Wi-Fi calling, and it just works, and it's very useful, and I'm really happy with that feature, and Apple finally did something right with that. So that kind of wraps everything up with the iPhone 6 Plus. You know, I don't really know what else to mention without getting into iOS, and I really don't want to get into iOS because it's an always evolving thing. And again, the features in iOS, yeah, there's some new ones and stuff like that, but that's on many different iPhones now, not just the iPhone 6 Plus. So to wrap things up with the iPhone 6 Plus, my just general remarks of the phone, I really like it. I'm very happy with it. It's definitely a really good, solid phone. Am I gonna say it's perfect? No, but I don't think any phone out there is perfect right now. But I think with some more updates and stuff like that to fix some little bugs here and there, it will get pretty darn close to perfect. If you do decide to get one, I definitely recommend you go with a case, and I do definitely recommend the Apple leather cases. I'm really enjoying this. But yeah, I really am happy with it, and I definitely would recommend it to others. So that's kind of all the time we have here today. Hope you guys enjoyed this iPhone 6 Plus review. If you guys have one, let me know what you guys think of it down there. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, criticisms, whatever, you can also leave them down there. If I didn't mention something that you guys would have liked to have heard about the phone, let me know down there as well, and I will definitely make a video or, do whatever I can to let you guys know whatever you wanted to know about this phone. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, guys, take care.